Halini. My name is Lisa Ellers, and I welcome you to the 10-year anniversary vodcast as brought to you by 99 FM in collaboration with RMB Song Night. Now, today we're featuring one of the nurturers of the Namibian sound, the RMB Song Night official photographer, and of course, none other than Martin Amushendje.
Hey.
Martin, while I still have the audience looking right at me, I want to say you're a fashion and portraiture, street and conceptual plus lifestyle photographer.
Yes.
I find that this is such an encompassed title.
Yeah.
Meaning you're not one type of photographer, but you embark on so many different types of photography.
Yeah.
I just want to share that with our audience.
Yes,
and of
ma'am.
course, you're an all-out creative.
Yes, ma'am.
Born and bred in Namibia.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I know you as a DJ.
Yes.
I know you as a producer and a music maker.
Mm.
But today I'm just so honored to have you in studio right here as the official photographer for R&B Song
I'm
Night.
glad to be here. Thank you for having me, Lisa.
Yeah, no, I'm honored because I love that you say, quote unquote, I just want to create.
Yep.
Do you wanna tell me about that slogan you have?
Yeah, that speaks to me not wanting to limit myself.
Yeah.
It speaks to how I always want to open myself to a new experience within whatever field it is that I choose to be in.
Yeah.
And just learning new skills and not just
Boxing
sticking-
yourself
yeah,
in.
Exactly.
When I read the statement, actually, Martin, and I know you personally, so, reflecting on the person that I know you to be and
Yeah.
really seeing you live those words, I just want to create. I think that there's a very authentic part to that. And
Yes.
when you just told me that your mother
Yeah.
gifted you your first camera
Yeah.
for your 21st birthday,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
not so long ago.
Nah.
And the fact that you're this thriving, all-encompassing photographer, can you just tell me a little bit more about that?
Wow, I even remember, well, not entirely, but I remember the moment where, the part in the day where I got the camera, right?
Yeah.
But with parents sometimes, when they want to be slick about giving you
Yeah.
something, right? My mom, she comes home from work. I'm at home already by this time. And she just says, go get the groceries from the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. It's just a normal thing
Yeah.
that I'm going to go do. Cool. So, and by this time, I just want to give context. I had already been playing around with cameras.
Yeah.
There used to be a camera at the house, but it was my mom's, where she worked. It was the company camera.
Yeah.
And by that time, I was already shooting just company events, random things at home and all these things like that.
Yeah.
So in that moment, she told me, go get the groceries. I go to the car. I open the boot. I see that camera. I'm there. I'm like, yeah, this is...
This looks like something else,
This is-
This
this is
feels
not
like a
normal.
story waiting
Yeah.
to unfold.
Exactly. So I play it cool. I bring all the stuff in. I put everything where it needs to be. And then my mom goes, yeah, that's your gift. It's for your 21st birthday. And that day, my life changed because now that thing is mine.
Yeah.
And I can take it wherever I can go or wherever I'd like to go and shoot whatever I want to shoot and not just be limited to shooting company things.
I find that story absolutely important, like almost all important for this conversation because it just shows you so many mothers and fathers or guardians, they just give their kids like a key,
Yeah.
your key to life, but that's such a metaphorical thing. But gifting your children
She
tools.
empowered me.
Yeah, she
She empowered
literally
me.
empowered you. So I just want to take this moment and tell to everybody at home, like, if you have a child turning 21, give them a gift that literally will empower them to do their art, to
Yes.
do what they're passionate about. Because having the right tools, you can
Yes.
literally do everything.
Yes. And also study, maybe just to add to what you're
Yeah.
saying, is just take note of what your kids are doing, how they
Yeah.
apply their time, obviously
Yeah.
productively.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to that 21st, you see how you can then empower them in that way. If they're a music producer, get them a laptop with a program.
With a program
Get
to
them a
produce.
keyboard or something like that, that could add to whatever it is that they're trying to do or the journey that they're trying to embark on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's phenomenal. So, Martin, today we have a theme, the theme of which the conversation will be thriving under. And for your theme, we chose capturing the moment.
Yes.
Can you just like navigate us through this journey of capturing a moment?
Yeah.
Like, what do you focus on when you capture the Song Night singers, for instance,
Right.
or the different types of photography that you do?
Right. So when it comes to Song Night, there are a lot of things that come into play.
Yeah.
And sort of unknowing to maybe the artist on stage,
Yeah.
but the photographer kind of has to build a connection with them.
Yeah.
So, you kind of have to watch them on stage. And fortunately, in some cases there's a routine to their performance, right?
Yeah.
So if you know that on the chorus they're going to be dancing in this
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
it's important for you to take notice of that so that you can be in the right place at the right time,
Yeah.
right? And it's really just focus, actually. That
Just focusing and finding that moment and
Yes.
basically timing.
Yes.
Because I loved what you said, being at the right place at the right time.
Yep.
And I think, just the light catching the face at the right moment and you having your right, what is it, aperture. I was not a photographer, but I see that photographers, they truly need to know the tool that they're using.
It's very important to know your tools.
Because it's so
truly is.
different from taking your cell phone and just pointing and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
And it's a very different experience from an experienced or professional photographer saying, I want to capture that person's essence. And essence isn't always seen on many pictures for many people because people hide themselves.
Yeah.
People are still getting to know themselves. They don't know what is the best way for me to stand to bring out my spirit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe speaking outside of the Song Night stage,
Yes.
maybe in a personal shoot, maybe between you and I.
Yeah.
I like to establish the fact that it's a 50-50 responsibility between the two of us to make sure that the results that we're looking for, we meet the results that we're...
Yeah, we create it together.
Exactly.
I like that.
So often coming across other photographers or clients that say, yeah, but the photographer did this and didn't do this right. But what didn't you do? What did you do to make sure that, or to help him or her do the job better, right? So it's always important to establish that responsibility between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that you're saying this because so many people don't know what goes into the process. They're like, okay, I
Exactly.
hired a photographer. He must make things work. I need to look
Exactly.
like $1,000 bajillion.
Yeah.
And lately I've seen that you're not much of a fan to do the excessive photoshopping, to do the, smoothing over. You're actually into this process of showing somebody as authentically as they can be.
Yes,
And
yes.
a lot of the times, even at RMB Song Night, we take the picture straight from your camera and we put it on because people want to see what the show felt like.
Yeah.
And it's remarkable how you've captured the performers, but why do you choose to engage more in this authentic vibe rather than this painted over facade?
Right. So this is, I guess, a two-part answer.
Yeah.
Number one being that photography and skin retouching or retouching in general are two different skills that a person or a photographer or an artist would have to learn.
I see.
Right? So
Yeah.
when it comes to setting up your pricing,
Yeah.
you have to factor that in.
Yeah.
Because that's more time that you'd have to spend on that photograph.
Yeah.
So a lot of the reasons why I charge what I charge for example, paid gigs is because of that reason. Or let me say it like this. I charge less than I would like to.
Yes.
Because I understand that certain people, we're in an industry that is fairly new.
Yeah.
People don't understand, like what you said,
Yeah.
the amount of time and effort that goes into learning the skill.
Yes.
So rather, instead of putting myself in a position where I would work more for less, let me level the playing field.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that some people won't get that added benefit of skin retouching.
Yeah.
But I also need to be fair to myself.
To yourself. And we've seen what the new normal requires from us as creatives, knowing that the sort of the industry was put on hold, on a complete stop, and yet we're still living, breathing human beings who
That
have
just
to
shows
eat.
how important we are, man. Also,
does.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second part of it also, I mean, growing up everywhere around the world, we have these images that are out there of people that are fake, if I can just be, you know, and having all these changes done to your body just for the product, and then seeing this person that you idolize in their real state, it's, you kind of lose like 20% of that excitement because you expected to see them
Just
in
this
the way
porcelain.
that you usually, exactly.
Yeah.
So I like to show people the realness. I like to show people authenticity, what this person actually looked like. Sure, we can do the makeup and all of that stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't want to modify people's bodies because that really distorts someone's perception of what reality is.
What the person actually looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I like the fact that we're going into a conversation that was going to follow that, you know, people have their seasons as well. And getting to know yourself or what looks good on you or what stance is better on your proportion.
Yeah.
I feel that it's such a journey, not only for you as a photographer to, like, as you say, you're looking at this person that you're capturing and you're trying to bring the best out of them, but you as the person being captured, just to find out, like, where am I? Like, what are my eyes saying? Am I
Yeah.
somewhere else? Because a lot of times I see people aren't quite present anymore. I guess it's because of the fatigue, pandemic fatigue, screen fatigue. Everybody's
Yeah.
just fatigued. And then to still
100%.
sparkle,
Yeah.
I think it's like maybe a snap to sparkle, or like a snap to just the storyline you want to convey during what the photo session will be about.
Yeah.
No, okay, cool. So Martin Amushendje,
Yes, ma'am.
you're also known, and I celebrate you as an all-out creative, because I actually got to know you first as a producer
Yes.
through my beautiful family, who's also
Yes.
your beautiful family.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about how you merge being a producer. Are you still called Nasha Black, or
No, I changed
you're
it.
fully
Yeah.
Martin
And
Amushendje?
that's also a testament to authenticity, because I wanted to be known, because I'm all these things.
Yeah.
If someone searches for Nasha Black, they'll miss Martin.
Yeah.
So I wanted to merge everything in that sense and just go according to one name, or go with one name.
Yeah.
Right. So how I put all of these things together, it goes back to what I said in the beginning with regard to opening yourself up to experiences and learning new skills.
Yeah.
And somehow, okay, so I started out sketching, painting, and all of these things like that. And then I saw that I could draw. Great, I can draw.
Yeah.
And then the camera came. Oh, okay, cool. I can create what I draw in
an
photo
aesthetic
form.
of a photo. Yeah.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So then that's how photography and sketching would come together.
Yeah.
It also helps with conceptualizing, being able to communicate an idea.
Yeah.
And then from there, so music production actually came before photography. I was already a music producer before that time.
Yeah.
So listening to the music that I make, and closing my eyes in certain moments, there are visions that come to my mind.
Yeah.
And in that way, I'm able to create what my music looks like.
Yeah, you're sort of visually putting it out there.
Exactly.
Because the audio inspires the visual.
Exactly. So then from there, photography came about, did my photography thing, and then one, I guess, like a technique or maybe a style that I have, I like to incorporate movement.
Yeah.
So that things are not so posed or all the time.
Yeah.
I like to catch people in the movement, in the moment, or not in the moment, but in the middle of that movement, whatever they're doing.
Almost like an action shot, but
action
the
shot,
movement of the moment.
Exactly.
Yay, we need to, that's your new quote, in the movement of the moment. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
So then, I noticed, unknowingly, that's what brought me to film, because then not only photography is still, but then, film is moving images.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I branched off to film, because then, okay, cool. This set looks great. You're dressed so well.
Yeah.
Why don't you just walk around or move around, and I can just film you with that?
Yeah.
And then that brought me into film.
Yeah.
From film, then I navigated around the different genres of film. So documentary films, short films, these kind of things like that. So, and then from there, so then I also got into events also.
Yeah.
So I founded a company with my friend William.
Yeah.
We did Beat Auction.
Yes.
So creating that platform for other creatives to thrive.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know from photography and film and music production, I know exactly what this event needs to look like.
Yeah.
So I'm able to create the image that will then show to the public.
To the public, basically what they see and feel attracted to be involved with Beat Auction.
Exactly.
For me, I appreciate the fact that you sort of drew this line, or like Adriano loved to say, metamorphosize. And it is truly the one thing metamorphosizes into the next. And the fact that you're visually and audibly prepared, and you have the skill set to transform one thing into the next.
Yes.
I think, isn't that a beautiful natural path for any all-out creative or true artist?
For an artist or a creative that is open-minded.
Yeah.
And not just, okay, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I actually don't like to say that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, because that's possibly not true.
It's possibly, and most 99.99 FM. Let me just stop that little analogy there. I agree with you
It's
because,
100% true.
being also, I started with visual arts as well, but nobody really knows me as a visual artist. But uh, designing the covers for my albums and my artwork,
Yeah.
it comes from, I have this idea of my work being out there in the world. So
Right.
I think I just want to latch all of this in how together as a team for R&B Song Night, we're on this path of nurturing the Namibian sound. And
Indeed.
nurturing the Namibian sound includes the photography of the sound, of the events, the styling, like
Yeah.
Adriano said, the hosting, Carl Ehlers on the sound engineering. So if you just have to give some final words of can I say not restoration, but more inspiration
Right.
to any songwriter who feels slightly boxed in as just, I just want to sing,
Yeah.
but maybe might not be open to, but I also want to write. I also want to
Yeah.
capture, what my first single artwork would look like.
Yeah.
What words of advice would you give to an emerging singer who's ready but afraid
Yeah.
to embark on being an all-round creative?
Yo, get over yourself, Brian. Just do it. I just have to be straight up, and that's why I also just want to say that, or that's why I also say that I just want to create.
Yeah.
And that if there's, I would want to learn how to do it myself. So if it comes to a point where I'm meant to direct someone,
Yeah.
I'll be able to do it because I have that knowledge in my mind.
Yeah.
So open yourself up to learning. Open yourself up to making mistakes in your learning.
Oh, yes.
That'll definitely make you a formidable, all-rounded creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Martin, for your time,
Yeah,
for all
man.
your effort you put into all of this. And I think I just salute you for doing the work and opening yourself up to
Yeah.
make mistakes and to learn so much. And I think that's our shared passion, is just to create and to live as long and purposeful as we can with the time
Yes,
that we have on
indeed.
this planet called
Yes,
Earth.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, everybody. So the hashtag, of course, is 99FM. It's R&B Song Night. It's hashtag 10-year anniversary vodcast. And today we featured the fantastic, the inspiring, the one and only Martin Amushendje.
Oh, what a closing. Peace and love, guys.